Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Okay, I am here to show you this little journal. I'm actually going to show you two journals today because they are basically the same. This is Christina. She's a very small journal, as you can see. She's quite thin, she's quite slim. The story behind these is I got these crocheted placemats. I had a couple of them and I thought they would just make a perfect little journal just as they are. And that's what I wanted to do, so that is what I did. Yeah, the construction of the cover is very simple. There is a piece of card in here. It's quite a sturdy cover. It is covered in white fabric, then it is covered in white lace, and then it has this lovely crocheted placemat just popped over the top. And it has each of them have a beautiful little brooch attached to them. These were sort of antique or thrifted brooches anyway. They were just both quite pretty, so they're popped on the front just as a bit of decoration. So she has a tie close, so very simple. You've seen these a million times. I just tie it in a bow, and only one signature. Now the signature is not bound. It is just a collection of pages, and they are held into these little journals by this cord, which was also thrifted. I don't know where that came from. So anyway, we have our little journal. She has, as I say, a card in her cover, which is covered by the white fabric and white lace, and then this over the top. You can see it has been glued down in portions, but it is not entirely glued down. I didn't want the glue showing. So the inside has been covered with this batch dyed, it's faux newspaper. It was a scrapbooking paper. So yeah, that's been batch dyed and popped on the inside. And basically she is just full of coffee dyed papers and bits of paper bag and whatnot. They are both the same. I guess there will be differences obviously, but yeah, basically they have the same sort of pages in them. This is a piece of magazine paper that's been painted with house paint. There's some kids scrapbook paper, there's some office paper that's glued face to face. There's lined paper, there's all sorts in here. But it's all nice and coffee dyed and grungy looking. So they're quite sweet little journals. They're quite, like I say, quite small. There's not, not a ton of pages in them, but there's more than enough to make a nice little journal. And the beauty of it is you can just slide them out like so, just pull them out and pop a new one in. If you want more pages, you can put more pages in. If you don't like these pages, you can pull out whichever ones you don't like and replace them. They're just a very simple little journal, and have plenty of places to write. They're naked. There is no pockets and ephemera and all the rest of it. These are two little naked journals. So yeah, they're very cute. They're very sweet little journals. Very inoffensive. No bright colours, just nice, calming pages ready for you to put your own stamp on. I love the way these magazine pages feel. I mean, they are just literally magazine pages, that glossy, thin paper. But once you put the house paint on either side of them, they end up quite sturdy. And it's easy enough to write over if you have the correct pen. So, but you can write over it in pencil. That works as well. There's coffee dyeing in here, there's tea dyeing in here, and there's also batch dyeing in here. So get a little gamut of all things. This is a brown paper shopping bag that the logo was also painted over with house paint. And there we have it. quite a cute, simple, inoffensive little journal that ties shut and is very sweet to look at. She sits perfectly on a shelf. Yeah, she's just a really sweet little book. This one's name is Christina, and I will show you the other one whose name is Erin in just 1 second. There we go. She's just a very simple journal. I keep on picking things up off my desk. So that's Christina. And this one is Erin. Again, exactly the same construction. Card cover. It has, this one has white fabric over the card, and then it has a cream lace over that, and then this crocheted placemat. So it is slightly more cream in value on the outside than this one is. You can see, I don't know if you can see on camera, but you can see this one's quite white in the background in between the little gaps. This one is mostly cream with a few little white patches where the white fabric peeks through the cream lace. So Erin is slightly more cream than Christina. She has a cute little brooch as well, just for a bit of decoration, and the same cord holding her signature in. I love the way both of these journals turned out. They turned out exactly the way I thought they would. Very simple construction. The inside paper on the inside, as you know, the inside cover is different on both of them. Obviously, Christina had the newsprint, and this one is clocks. But again, it's been batch dyed, so you're getting all that nice grunge through. And again, a loose signature that has not been bound in, but is just tucked into that cord. But in general, the pages are all very, very similar. You've still got this brown paper bag that has house paint over the logos. You still have torn up office paper, painted magazine, face-to-face office papers, children's scrapbooking papers, and lined papers. So yeah, there's basically the same construction for both of them as far as the pages are concerned. Obviously they're not going to be exactly the same or in exactly the same order, but they're very similar. And again, with this one, it is a naked journal. There are no pockets and no ephemera. She's just all ready to make into a journal of your very own. And again, you can just take these pages out. You can take them all out, you can take 1 or 2 out, you can replace them, you can add to them. Yeah, she's anything you want her to be, really. If you decide you like bright red, you can add some bright red to the inside. You can do whatever you want. That is the beauty of a naked journal. You can entirely make it yours. There's really no stamp from me inside it at all. It is just a selection of papers and a journal cover. So there we go. And the inside back cover again is that same piece of scrapbook paper that's been batch dyed. So yeah, all in all, 2 sweet little journals, Christina and Erin. They are in the Ko-fi store if you're even interested. So you're more than welcome to go over and have a look at them there. There'll be like photographs and whatnot on the listing. So yeah, I really love them. They just, I found these little, I thrifted these little placemats, and I looked at them and went, I just have to make journals out of them. That's what they have to be, a singular journal for this size. So yeah, that's what I did, and I'm really pleased with the way they turned out. They turned out exactly as I imagined they would. So this one is Erin, and this one is Christina. So thanks very much for spending your time with me today. I appreciate your company as always. Sorry it's such a short video. that's why I had to do both journals, because else it would have been even half of this. So, all right, guys, you have yourselves a great day. I'll see you again next time. Bye.